We are returning back to port, back to Lorient and the headquarters of the U-boat fleet, where I will have to make my report. I'm resting here in my bed and thinking about the past few weeks. It has been a good patrol, a successful one. We had sank quite a lot of ships with a lot of tonnage. But I know that every single detail of this patrol will be scrutinized by the staff in the headquarters. Every single one. And I don't know how they will react when they read about my mistake during the previous attack. An experienced U-boat commander? Messing up the targeting solution like that? I can count myself lucky that despite this error, we managed to hit a few targets. Otherwise, I can imagine how Dönitz' reaction would be to this blunder. As it is, maybe I can hope for some leniency. Maybe they'll chalk it up to a one-time mistake. The weapons officer, Emmo Unterhorst, approached me in private and offered to omit my failure from the reports. An offer that could cost him his career. I appreciate the offer, but I can't accept it. That's an impossibility for me. Of course, it would be very convenient to put the blame on faulty torpedoes, but that would mean that the service logs for each torpedo would be thoroughly checked. If there is even one incomplete entry there, the full blame could be laid at the weapons officer's feet. I can't have that. I need to take full responsibility for my error, even if it should cost me my command. There are many graduates from the Naval Academy aspiring to become U-boat commanders, just waiting for a chance to prove themselves, for a position to open up. Men who are very vocal and fanatical members of the party, men with connections. I have to be very careful, and I have to play my cards right. If I don't, then all the success in the past will count for nothing, and I might be replaced. Well, this is not good. Aircraft spotted. Bearing 286. Let's have a quick look. That's looking bad. Crash dive. I'm not sure what kind of aircraft that is. I'm not risking it. They're gonna kill. More than enough space to dive. Let's hurry up. Really no idea what I'm looking at. It looks a little bit weird. Keep going. Keep going fast. Let me see, do I have... Yeah, thought so.
Derzeitige Tiefe 2-0. Nicht genug Besatzung an den E-Maschinen,
No, it's fine. I just fixed that.
Tiefe 3-0.
Jesus Christ.
Derzeitige Tiefe 4-0.
We are damaged. We have been damaged. Level off.
Derzeitige Tiefe 5-2 Meter.
Bring us
Neue
back
Tiefe,
to 30 meters.
5 Meter. Neue Tiefe 2-8 Meter.
Let's see. Looks like our conning tower has been damaged. But that is damage that we cannot fix. While we are submerged. So we just have to keep it going like this. Stay at 50 meters then.
Neue Tiefe 4-7 Meter.
Well, these planes have come close. By the way, hello there, and welcome to today's episode, where we are starting off with a bang, apparently. I do want to see what kind of airplane we were facing, though, so let's take a quick look at that. They already departed. No idea where they went.
Derzeitige Tiefe
But I can't hear them. Never mind. Well, we can slow down then.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Actually,
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
Langsame Fahrt voraus. Slow speed ahead. Okay, so hello there and welcome to today's episode. We are on our way to Lorient, back home to port, and I don't know if we will have to face more dangers along the way. Now, this has certainly been one. I will stay submerged for a few hours at least, maybe until sundown even. Then we will surface, repair the superficial damage, and continue on our journey. Now, I wish you a lot of fun with today's episode. As I said, I have no idea what will happen. Will we arrive at Lorient without further incidents, or will happen something along the way? Let's find out together, shall we? This is becoming a problem. We haven't been surfaced for 10 minutes and we have... Oh, these are big boys. Crash dive, crash dive, crash dive! These are very big boys. Getting the electric engines right now. I want to take another look before we dive. Where are they? There they are. This could hurt a lot. They are already quite close. This is bad. This is very bad.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1-0.
Change our course right now.
Neuer Kurs 5-9. Derzeitige Tiefe 2-0.
Keep diving down to 100.
Neue Tiefe 1-0-0 Meter.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Derzeitige Tiefe 3-0.
30, 40. Good, 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 good. Get us below 50.
Derzeitige Tiefe 4-0.
Jesus. Close. Very close.
Derzeitige Tiefe 5-0. Derzeitige Tiefe 6-0.
Very close, but we did it.
Derzeitige Tiefe 7-0.
Yeah. Still bring us down to 100. Let's have a quick look. No damage. Excellent.
Derzeitige Tiefe 8-0.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too.
Derzeitige Tiefe 9-0.
We can breathe easy now. That was a very close one. Very close call. Okay, slow us down.
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
Our battery, as you can see up there, well, it is at about 75%. Do you hear that? Airplane engines. Depth under Kiel should be plenty.
Tiefe unter Kiel ist 1-0-0-0.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1-0-0.
I think they're dropping more bombs up there. Yes, they are. They're dropping a lot more. Jeez. I'm getting the impression that the British are somewhat angry at me. I don't know why that might be. Well, it appears that we can't really be on the surface. Not right now. Not during the daylight hours at least. I have no other choice but to stay submerged until sundown. And then... well, the question is what will happen at night. Will they continue to search for us during the night, or will we be able to surface and recharge the batteries? That's a really good question. They're coming in again. Angry things. Let's make sure somebody's on the hydrophone. It's coming. It's diving. And it flew away. Doesn't sound like it dropped anything this time. Let's hope they're leaving us alone, so that we can surface at night and recharge up. You know what this means, right? The explosion that I just heard, well after the plane has passed above us. They were not dropping bombs, they were dropping depth charges. Maybe a mix of both, not sure. That would be terrifying, a mix of bombs and depth charges. I wonder if that is something that they do. No idea. But that would be terrifying. Okay, we are continuing our journey, hoping that they are leaving us alone so that we can surface and recharge the batteries. Otherwise, we are in big trouble. We'll see. Let's continue. Oh. Or we can watch for a moment. They look like Wellingtons. And that is pretty fast sinking depth charge, if I can say that. Concerning. Very, very concerning. What can we do against that? We can't. Our anti-aircraft armament is not sufficient at all to deal with these things. Jesus Christ, they can turn on a dime apparently. Hello. Very nice. I like the Wellington bomber for some reason. Nice plane. Okay, let's continue. And let's worry about the aircraft later. Early in the morning on the next day, and this time we are way too late to dive. Open fire! Turn! Oh, this is gonna hurt. We have received damage. Hurricanes. Way too fast for us to dive. Let's take quick stock of our situation. Minor damage apparently. Only their machine guns or cannons damaged us. We are not risking another round.
Jawohl,
Dive. Dive, dive, dive.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Tiefe unter Kiel ist 0.
Come on, bring us down. Go, 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 go. Dive the boat. There we go.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1-0.
Let's bring you in here.
Nicht genug Besatzung an den Dieseln, Herr Kaloin.
That doesn't matter. They're gonna switch over to electric now.
2-0.
There we go. And we are diving. Down to 70, please.
Neue Tiefe 7,1 Meter.
Dive, dive,
Derzeitige
dive.
Tiefe 3-0. Derzeitige
Get
Tiefe
us
4-0. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Gehen
back
wieder
on
auf
course.
Kurs, Herr Kaloin. Derzeitige Tiefe 5-0.
Okay, they did have bombs.
Derzeitige Tiefe 6-0.
Okay. This is really an issue.
Jawohl,
Slow
Herr
down the
Kaloin.
boat.
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
This is absolutely an issue. So, it is not long past sunrise, and already we have aircraft coming after us. At the moment,
Derzeitige Tiefe 7-0.
I am here in the Celtic Sea, and I don't remember it being this heavily patrolled from previous patrols. But we might be forced to stay submerged during the day here. It was fine at night, no problem. But it looks like they really want us dead. And they are very persistent. I'll stay submerged for a few hours. Maybe we'll try to surface again. But it's a tough call now. What do we do? And what kind of damage did we receive? Minor damage to the forward deck. Nothing serious. That's good. That's good at least. Yeah, we're staying down here for a few hours. 4 or 5 hours at the very least. Let's continue. Here we go. We have an interesting development. Merchant. Bearing 135.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Nope, didn't want to do that. Let's go to periscope
Täuschkörper
depth.
aussetzen.
Auf Seerotiefe
We don't
gehen.
have decoys. Right. What did it say? 135. There. You hear it? There's a merchant coming towards us. Let's turn his way, so that we can
Jawohl, Herr
determine
Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 3-5-1.
his direction of travel. It's coming towards 120. I'm at periscope depth. Let's take a look. Can we maybe see smoke on the horizon? Not yet. There doesn't seem to be anything out there. Nothing that we can see at the very least. Let's take a quick look around ourselves. Any pesky aircraft in the sky? No. Which is good. Which is absolutely excellent. Right. Let's complete this
Jawohl,
turn
Herr
down
Kaloin.
periscope and speed up a bit.
Große Fahrt voraus.
I ordered a course change to 351 degrees. We'll be there very soon. And then we will listen in for a few minutes. And by observing how the bearing of the target is changing, we will be able to determine if it is going towards our left or towards our right. And that will help us to make a guess about a good intercept course. And then I will surface the boat and we will sprint towards the contact. That's the plan. Let's see if we can execute that plan without once again being detected by aircraft. There we go, we have our target in sight. A freighter that is smoking very much on the horizon. And it is precisely where I expected it to be. Turn us left more.
Neuer Kurs 279.
I want to get ahead of that target, so that we can submerge ahead of it, get into a good intercept position, and if that is an enemy, then we will be able to shoot a torpedo at it. Or, if maybe it is an unarmed enemy freighter, well, we still have plenty of deck gun ammunition, don't we? Maybe that would be a nice thing to use up. Right. Let's chase it down. Let's continue this, and we'll resume once I'm in a better position, or once suddenly something happens. I'm keeping a very nervous eye on the sky. See you soon. Okay, I am now almost ahead of the target. It is definitely time to dive. Periscope depth.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Auf Seerotiefe gehen.
Come on, bring us down. Diving, there we go. I will now turn towards the targets. It was more or less... You know what, let's turn this
Jawohl,
way.
Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 321.
Head it off. Try to cross its course.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1,0.
There we go. That's good. We are continuing the turn. I want somebody on the hydrophone. There we go. This guy can rest. That's perfect. Right. Battery capacity is good. Let's complete this turn. And then we will slow down the boat so that we
Jawohl,
can
Herr
use
Kaloin.
our
Ein Drittel
periscope.
Fahrt voraus.
There we go. Get the observation periscope up. I want to keep an eye on this guy. We will switch to the attack periscope soon enough, but at this range it is extremely unlikely that he will spot the periscope. I am very far forward of the target. I will attempt... We'll see if I can manage that, but I will attempt to cross its course. Maybe I'll even attempt a constant bearing to target, so that we can use the Ausdampfverfahren shooting method. It might just work because we are so far ahead of it. Yeah, that's something to consider. Right, let me continue this, and we will resume once we are closer to the target. See you soon. Welcome back. So, the target is giving us an opportunity today. I've been observing it sporadically for a few minutes now. Always just poking the periscope over the surface, above the surface, having a quick look at it, and then lowering the periscope again. But what I have been doing is I've been maintaining a constant bearing to the target for many minutes now. The target is not changing course. What does this allow us to do? Well, here's the thing. I will now set up the targeting data. And I think that I have explained this method in one of the previous videos. I think in one of the videos where we were still sailing on U8. But I'll explain it again. The Ausdampfverfahren method. It only works if you're able to maintain a constant bearing to the target, which I am able to do here. I've maintained a constant bearing to the target for at least 5 minutes, even more than that, and the bearing is not changing. Yeah, constant bearing is being maintained. That allows me to do the following. For the target speed, I will set my own speed, which is more or less a little bit above 2.5 knots. So let's do that. 2.5. There we... Ah, come on. There we go. That's good enough. That will be the speed that I set for the target. For the target AOB, I will set the difference between my 0 degree bearing and the bearing that we have the target on. So in this case 41.5 degrees. And since I'm looking at the port side of the target, I will be setting 360 degrees. Well, don't make it too complicated. I will be setting 41.5 degrees port. So something like this. There we go. Now before I fire, I will only have to make an estimate of the range to account for the parallax error. Basically to account for the fact that my periscope is not the point of the submarine where I'm shooting the torpedoes from. They are exiting the submarine from far ahead of me, so we need to correct for that error that is induced by that. The torpedo itself, depth 4.5, impact. I'll leave it at slow. Good. Why does this method work? That's an interesting question, and it involves a little bit of mathematics, but basically I am on a collision course with the target. And that sets up the torpedo triangle, the firing solution that we need to solve, sets it up in a way that it is very easy to solve by just using my own speed as the target speed, and well, the AOB as I described. And that's already sufficient. Now, I have yet to determine what kind of nationality this target has, but I think I'm looking at a British flag. Yeah. And I can now observe that my bearing has actually drifted a little bit. It took 10 minutes for the bearing to drift, so we are very good here. But maybe I can improve this just a little bit by turning just 1 degree. Can I do that? Yeah, I should be able to turn to 330.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ruder 1, Rad Backbord.
And use a very slow turn, please. A 1 degree turn. You can see it down here on the lower right corner. How the boat is slowly turning. Come on, almost there. And
Jawohl, Herr
stop the
Kaloin.
turn.
Ruder 0 Grad.
Now, usually the boat will now start to drift back the other way. And it does. So we have to wait a little bit longer. Then I will be taking a new bearing to target. I will be correcting the AOB. And we will be good to go. Still very slowly drifting. That's fine. Let's have a quick look. Okay, periscope on target. Bearing to target is now 42.5. Down periscope. Make a correction for the AOB. Something like this looks about... might actually be too much. I wish that this could be zoomed in. That would be really helpful. But there we go, that's good enough. Drifter stopped. Stop the clock. Let's verify. Periscope is directly on the target's funnel, amidships. Start the watch. Start the clock, I mean. Lower periscope. And we'll keep observing this. But I think this is fine. My own speed is correct. Range to target, I'm leaving at 500 meters for now. We will be shooting quite close. The only thing that could now go wrong, and that is actually a valid concern. That is a very valid concern. The target could be at an angle where the torpedo bounces off. Yeah. That's a very real possibility. How do we work with that? How do I work with that? You know what, let me just calculate something really quick. My own speed is 2.5 knots. That times the sine of the target bearing of my bow, which is 42.5. Yeah, okay. Let's stay this way. What I will do is, I will not shoot while my boat is oriented like this. At the moment where I want to shoot, I will initiate a turn towards the target. And we will shoot once the target passes the 0-degree gyro angle. That way we can basically disregard the estimation for the range. And we are definitely close enough to do that. Open the tubes now. Start our turn.
Hart steuerbar.
0-degree gyro angle is right here. Hydrophone operator. Start calling out the target.
Frachter kommt näher auf 3-7.
The target was closing in faster than I thought it would.
Frachter auf 2-8 kommt näher.
But this is fine.
Frachter auf 1-9 kommt näher. Frachter
Jawohl, Herr
auf
Kaloin.
1-1 kommt näher.
Backbord.
Stop the turn. And ready.
Frachter auf 5 kommt näher.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Fire.
3 Grad Steuerbord.
Torpedo away. Torpedo running... Oh, it might be running deep, I'm not sure. That might have been running deep.
Frachter auf 3 kommt näher.
Impact any moment. If it didn't run deep, but I
Frachter
think it
auf
might have
0
been.
kommt näher.
Yeah. Torpedo missed the target.
Frachter auf
That's
3,
an issue.
5, 6 kommt näher.
Stop the clock. Let's take a quick peek at the target's deck structure.
Frachter auf 3, 4, 4 kommt näher.
Any armaments?
Frachter auf 3, 2, 0 kommt näher.
No armaments visible.
Frachter auf 2, 6, 5 entfernt sich.
My torpedo solution was definitely correct this time. Still,
Frachter auf 2, 2, 8 entfernt sich.
I think that actually this time we did get a torpedo malfunction. I think the torpedo went deep immediately.
Frachter auf 2, 1, 3 entfernt sich.
And this thing is unarmed. We'll let it pass. Down
Frachter
periscope.
auf 2, 0, 6 entfernt sich.
We will let the target pass. Then we will surface. And we'll gun it down.
Frachter auf 2, 0, 2 entfernt sich.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 204.
Let's turn towards it.
Frachter auf 200, entfernt sich.
Right, boys. Unfortunately, that torpedo missed. We have one more on board,
Frachter auf 203, entfernt sich.
but we are gonna sink this freighter by deck gunfire. I'm giving it time to
Frachter
distance
auf
itself from us,
211, entfernt sich.
even though we did not spot any armaments on deck. It doesn't mean that the crew maybe can't set up a heavy machine gun.
Frachter auf 219, entfernt sich.
Maybe there is a hidden weapon that we didn't see right now. So I want to distance myself
Frachter
to...
auf 226, entfernt sich.
Wait a moment. Hydrophone, stop the reports. I want to distance myself from the target, so that just in case that it is armed after all, I can expect to not be hit immediately by it. You know, the British, they were using Q ships. Basically ships that were armed, freighters, that they did arm with hidden weapons, as U-boat traps. They used those ships more at the beginning of the war. At this point in the war, I don't think they used them too much because, well, the point where U-boats tried to stop freighters to search them, that's long gone. We are past that point. I did fire a steam torpedo right now, so that means they should be aware that they were fired at. They should be aware of that. I didn't see them changing course though. Well, we are changing our course. Let's go back into the conning tower and take another quick look. How is the situation looking? Where's the target? There it is. Yeah, by the time that we complete the turn, we will be in a good position to surface and to go after them. The turn should be completed very soon. Not too long now. Ah well, sadly, torpedo failure. Honestly, I'm not surprised. It was a long time since we had the torpedo failure. It really was a long time. So that we had one now, I mean, it had to happen sooner or later. No issues there. It really did have to happen. Right. Let's see. Turn. What course did I order, by the way? 205. We're almost there. Yeah, the turn is being completed right now. Where's the periscope? Target should be more or less in front of us now. The target is indeed now at a good distance. By the time that we surface, it will be perfect. I'm taking a look at the skies around us, just making sure that there's no surprise waiting for us. I am also going over to the observation periscope. I'm using that to check as well, because this periscope can be elevated much further than the attack periscope. So we can check the sky above us. Make sure that no airplane is waiting to pounce on us. Doesn't look like it. Everything is looking fine. Down periscope. Flank speed
Jawohl,
ahead.
Herr Kaloin.
Beide Maschinen AK voraus.
Let's go. I want to pick up speed so that I'm fast when I surface, which will allow me to dive again immediately if there should be something up there. Okay. Auftauchen.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Auftauchen. Vorne oben 10, hinten kommen auf 5.
Here we go. Alright guys, prepare for action. Come on. On the surface. There we go. Let me head up to the bridge. Target in front of us. Watch, officer. Man all guns. Target is now turning. Let me get the hydrophone operator down from that station. We have the gunnery crew. That's fine. Anti-aircraft crew. That's fine. Everybody's ready to go. You might actually be exchanged here. Good. Right, watch officer, deck gun crew. You're free to open fire. I don't know why you're holding fire still. Interesting. Hold fire.
Feuer einstellen.
Open
Feuer
up.
frei.
What's going on? Guys? Will you are ordered to open fire? Yes, everything's alright. Please engage.
Nahegelegenste Schiff markiert.
That thing. Okay. Right, that's weird. Well, I haven't been using the deck gun myself for a very long time, but might be time to do it. Range 700. Let it rip. Short. Increase 900. Still short. 1100. Hit. Increase a little bit. Yeah, we're getting good waterline hits here. Let's put a shell into its screw. There we go. The fast-firing gun here is a thing of beauty. Will you guys now continue on your own, or do I have to motivate you? No, you're doing it. Fine. Good hit. We are not receiving any fire from the target. Bring me the user. I want to be able to look at this thing. Make sure that I don't see any armaments pop up somewhere. But no, there's nothing. Just a target. Good. Keep shelling it. We don't need the user really. We're close enough that we don't need it. Now, I know some of you now in the comments will say, why are you not manning the deck gun yourself? The reason is quite simple. As you have seen just now, when I do it, once I find the range, it's downright boring. Every single hit, every single shot is guaranteed to be a hit, and I don't know, I just don't like that. I'll rather have my crew pick up some experience here. By the way, we can, and we should slow down. Slow down the boat. will be sinking this target by gunfire now. The crew is now scoring very good waterline hits. At this range, even they don't miss too much. Especially not if they have a broadside target. No weapons. No weapons visible. We can just keep shelling it. And then we'll have to get away from here before any aircraft show up. They're going down, that's it. Do I see life rafts? No, I don't. Not yet, at least. There are survivors in the water, I think. Yeah, I think I see people in the water. Debris and people. Keep going this way. That ship will be sinking fast. We will see if we can maybe help somebody with provisions, a life vest, anything. Yeah, the target is going down very fast. We punched a few really good holes into its side. That thing is gonna maybe capsize. It's going down too fast. It will go down like that. Right. Let's turn
Jawohl,
that
Herr
way.
Kaloy. Neuer Kurs 171. Jawohl, Herr Kaloy.
Slow us down.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Look at this thing. That's a quick sinking. That is a really quick sinking. Looking for a good picture here. Keep turning, keep turning. Have a look at the target. There we go, that's good. That might be the thumbnail for this episode. Okay, I think the boilers are gonna blow now. We have to be careful that we don't get too close to it when that happens. But that's another target added to our tally. I don't see anybody in the water. Oh my god. Maybe they are still on board. Maybe the gunfire killed them. Well, somebody is on board. Distress flare. If you're still on board, leave. Okay, I see survivors over there. There, life raft. We're heading directly towards it, that's good. And it's gone. That was a fast sinking. That deck gun really did a number on them. Good job, guys. Right. Let's see how we might help these people. You do look dangerous, so that's good. They won't try anything funny. But we should see if we can help them in some way. I think everybody on board agrees to that. Let's prepare to slow down. Keep your eyes peeled. It would be a really bad time now for enemy aircraft to arrive. Okay, getting there. We are getting there. Turn a little bit, get us in between
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
these survivors.
Neuer Kurs 175.
And
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
stop the engines.
Bordmaschine, stopp. Backbord, stopp.
I imagine that a situation like this must have been really damn awkward. I mean, you just sank these people. You maybe just signed the death warrant. But here you are, trying to, well, alleviate the situation in some way, but I don't imagine they are too happy to see you at this point. Here, have some water, some bread, some life vests. We can't do more for you. We really can't do more for you at this point. Which is a really damn shame. But that's how it was. That's just how it was. Space was an absolute premium. An absolute premium on these U-boats. The crews, they had very little space for themselves. Taking on any survivors, almost an impossibility. Even if you disregard the security risk that you're inviting on board. Okay.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Start the engines again. Let's go.
Große
Let's
Fahrt
get out of here.
voraus.
Oh, what's going on now?
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Beide Maschinen, äußerste Kraft zurück!
Beide Maschinen, äußerste Kraft zurück.
And now, forward.
Jawohl, Herr
That's a little
Kaloin.
bug that sometimes happens.
Große Fahrt voraus.
Where you need to get the engines in reverse before they will start again. But it's easily solvable, as you can see. And there we go. Goodbye, people. I wish you the best of luck. And I hope that somebody will come along to rescue you. Surely you have transmitted your own position over the radio. So I'm sure that somebody is on its way. Navigator,
Jawohl,
bring
Herr
us back to
Kaloin.
our original
Gehen
course.
wieder auf Kurs, Herr Kaloin.
We are continuing a patrol pattern all the way until we are off the French coast. Maybe, just maybe, we will meet another target along the way. You never know. But this one was already a good thing. A Hawk Island type freighter, 4,000 tons. Nice. Worth it. Even though the torpedo missed, still worth it. Watch officer,
Seewache auf Brücke.
get the man off the guns. Watch crew back on the bridge. We are getting out of here. We'll distance ourselves a little bit. And maybe... Yeah, I think I will have to build dive as soon as we distance ourselves a few kilometers from here to minimize the risk of being detected by another aircraft. We'll do that. For now, I think this has been it for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. An engagement that was taking an unexpected turn and, well, finally, after so many tries, we got another torpedo failure. Ah well, it happens. Would have been nice if it worked, but I'm pretty sure that the torpedo didn't even hit the target's hull, otherwise the crew would have reported a missed torpedo or a torpedo failure or something like that. The torpedo continued. It went beneath the target and continued on its way. That just happens sometimes. For now, once again, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next time when we are making our way back to port. Goodbye.